Hey fast fellas, SpeeDMan here. Welcome to this episode of Let's Play Zetian. So, we are going to get some more work done with our science victory push. So if you want to take a quick look here, we are actually making our way towards catching up to the AI and also surpassing. So for the time being, what we're going to be doing is relying heavily on campus research grants. And the big reason for that is right here, Stephanie Quillock. 100% production towards space race projects. As we can see here, we just completed 1 or 2 projects, and we can see that actually helped us a lot. We are 1 turn away from the next era, and we are very much going to be pushing for that golden age. So we're good there. We are ready to go, and we'll be taking a pretty solid positional lead there against the AI. What we will be doing is next era, you could see here in the governor titles, the next governor title that we get later on is going to go into master plans, so we can start boosting our gold income, but more importantly, we can synergize Zetian's ability. Equally important to the first part here with gold is whenever an offensive spy mission is successful, you also gain half of the science, culture, gold, and faith that the targeted city earned during that turn. Now remember, our ability with Zetian here directly gets benefited from that. So we're going to be getting a lot more culture and science out of that. So we can see we have 6 out of 9. Nice. And we're going to be eventually making a few more spies. So once we have some of these basic things kind of taken care of, we can eventually get started on that. So that is something we will need to consider. So for example, like a city like Orebro with 83 production, pretty solid amount of production available to us. What we could do is we can very much make a spy or 2 in this city. Since it's already a pretty good production city, we might as well play off of that and utilize that to our advantage. It's the best production city we have, so we are going to take advantage of that.
It is obvious that while science is...
Composites, there we go, and successfully siphon some funds. Good. Göteborg. What we are going to do here in this city is we are going to focus on food a little bit. That way we get ourselves a pretty good position and can get some good gains. We may consider the production. There we go. So now we don't need to worry about negative food in the city. This city will grow in the long term. Obviously 79 turns is not very fast, so that's not a problem. What we are going to do is, because we have a golden age, we are going to take, once again, Heartbeat of Steam. Fantastic one for us. Bodyguard of Lies is not too bad. Spies take no time to establish their presence, and then time to complete offensive missions is reduced by 25%. Not really that big of a deal. We do want to play off spies well, but the thing is that the utility of Heartbeat of Steam is greater than that. So we will be utilizing that to our advantage. We're going to take that one. This is the next one that we're going to be working on. So we do have a flat 54, so we'll be able to get this one pretty easily, so we're not going to have to worry about that. We actually will basically want to get some infrastructure stuff done first. And then by the time that actually happens, we can get to these other things taken care of and be in a really, really good position. Yep, just about 950 gold right there. That is excellent. That basically covers our needs for the long term, so we'll be pretty much good there. So we're at 8,600 gold. We have a pretty solid foundation for gold now. So we'll be pretty much taken care of for the long term, and we don't really need to worry about too much. With Qiaolong, what we are going to need to do is, because we have technologist, we're going to need to consider doing something like smart materials. We could also kind of take a look here. So smart materials is a little bit further up ahead in this section here. Now that would be a good one for us, because then we can actually get some benefits from getting those boosts. Now, when we actually get that tech boost taken, we can actually potentially get a second one if we put on a very specific card, and that is going to be the nuclear espionage card. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take nuclear espionage because that's going to synergize with our position. And I think that itself is going to be pretty solid for us. So we will take that. We'll be getting less engineer points, but it's not a big deal. We have plenty of points that we'll be getting, and we're in a really good spot. We'll be getting that much faster than the AI. We are in the lead for that one. Actually, we're tied, so we're going to need to potentially do a project just to boost us up a little bit. There. Spend a little bit of gold, but next turn, that'll bring us much closer, and we can be able to take that back from him, so no problem there. And all in all, we're actually profiting out of this, so it's actually looking good for us. And having control of who the other competitors are that are going to be gaining out of this is not too bad. Oh, yeah, it's disgusting. There we go. That's huge. So for anyone that just saw that, we just gained 2 different science techs. So one, and then the next one, advanced power cells. So we just got 2 techs at the same time, basically boosted. That is massive. So smart materials right there. That is what we're looking for the exoplanet expedition. So eventually when we get to that point, we are going to be able to boost right through into that. So that is very, very good for us. Plus, remember how I mentioned we have Mausoleum? Well, this applies to Sergei Korolev. We will have a second charge for 1500 production. So we can easily complete a couple more things at once and be able to get a massive booster bonus here. So we can actually cut down the time that we're going to need to work on stuff. So again, just a very nice little bit of optimization there. And that itself is going to be very, very good for us. So again, just things we could do. I'm going to go ahead and take a risk with this one. So we have Con Artist, we have License to Kill, and we have Polygraph. So again, not really too worried about that. If I lose that spot, it's cool. But I'm going to do this one here, so that way, potentially, if it goes well, I can actually have some opponents here damaging and dealing, just dealing damage to this region.
The incomplete becomes complete.
Advanced power cells. There we go. Next one on the list. We're going to go ahead and do that so we can get 4 more science. We are going to disrupt rocketry immediately. Since we have that available to us, this is going to be a good one, the extra +1 production. So we are going to go ahead and take that one now. I've got to say, we are looking very good right now. There we go. Secured that. That is a massive, massive thing for us. Because now, while the AI are squabbling to finish up their moon landings, we, my friends, are already on the way towards getting a lot of this stuff done. Because see, the AI have not even researched nanotechnology. We've already researched smart materials. We've already gotten way ahead of them. So let's go ahead and take that lead heartily. So we're going to do this.
It has been said that...
And next turn, we will get started on Mars colony launch. So we'll go ahead and start up on that, just so we can get that tempo early. And then we'll also do that benefit there. So we're going to go ahead and do this. There we go. That is going to provide us a very, very solid bonus towards gold. So we can see here 666.8. That is going to be very good. So I'm very happy about that. Those extra bonuses will get better though pretty soon here. So watch next turn. We will see we'll get very solid. Go ahead and sabotage that production now. I'm going to go ahead and just make a quick little push for Royal Society. So in the meantime, while we do that, I could basically just get ourselves set up here. We are going to take a few of these other things here. Try to get some extra envoys. Because all of this extra culture that we have here is going to provide us some nice benefits. Now, in the meantime, in order for us to get even more value out of this, we're going to put on this. We're going to put on International Space Agency here. And what we could do is we could potentially put on e-commerce. We'll go ahead and do that for now. Help build up our capital. We can see up 23 housing in the capital, so we'll have plenty of housing to work with. We are A-okay with housing. We are going to get started on off-world mission, so next turn we can immediately get access to that stuff. We don't need to waste time on it. That way next turn we can immediately basically start improving our position in the long term. Should be able to get ourselves a couple more governor titles, which will benefit that other city with Magnus in it. And then we honestly are going to be kind of taking the rest of this all through to the end of the game, and we are going to win. There, that's a better spot. Let's go ahead and do this.
Seems far away. It is actually beginning.
Future tech and cybernetics, and we basically have now completely done all of the science trees. So the science or the tech tree is now completed. We have basically now a position where all we really need to do is just click on future tech, let it complete, and we can get started. So we're going to get started on this. We are going to get started on this. And now we're just going to make our way towards the science victor. We are just going to make a very, very heavy push for that. And yeah, we are pretty much good to go there. So it's looking good for us. We'll also go ahead and put on Communist Legacy. That way we get a little bit more of a benefit out of it, just to kind of keep us pretty well set up. I can live with putting this up. We'll put this up. We'll put that down. And that looks really good. That's going to give us more production to work with. So it's all, yeah, it's all actually looking really solid for us. So I'm very happy with that. I'm just going to do another future tech. That way we can shave potentially another turn or two off of that. I'm going to chop that out so that way we can just make another little bit of progress towards this. Just save some time, honestly, more than anything else. We'll do the same thing here. We'll just do another chop so we can save a little bit of time, potentially. Maybe get another turn or two off of the win condition. And we should be in a good spot. I honestly have to say I'm quite happy with this. There we go. Got that, got that. Alright, so let's steal more stuff from everybody. Group partisans, awesome. We'll go ahead and do this for now. We basically are already will have won the game by that point, so there's another one. We're going to get a couple more of these done next turn. So we are at 6 per turn and at 20. So in technically 5 turns, we will be getting the victory at maximum. And then next turn, it'll be up to 8. So we'll be at 26 and then up to, let's see here. Well, actually, we're going to win in 4 turns. So turn 282, we're going to have the win here. So not too bad at all. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Much as our ancestors did.
There's the science victory finally with Zetian. We've made our triumphant return recently with the previous episode, and now we are completing this series and bringing it to a close. This has been a lot of fun doing this. If you enjoyed watching this, please feel free to like and subscribe, and let me know what your thoughts are and what the next series you think we should do. We have quite a bit more content that we could be doing here, so we can definitely keep on doing more stuff. If you have any mod ideas or any cool things that are definitely very viable and are playable, let me know. Also in the comments, and we'll give it a try. Thank you so much for watching. SpeeDMan out.